Bill Gates became a household name not only in the United States, but also in third world countries around the world. After more than a decade of being the richest man in the world, many folks want to know this man's lifestyle and how he pampers himself with his immense fortune. Aside from his achievements at Microsoft, here are a few facts about the man's incredibly luxurious lifestyle. A glance inside his personal life may leave you shocked and possibly inspired. Keep watching, and you might be completely blown away. But before we dive into this video, take a moment to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Now, let's get started. His mansion. Gates has made significant investments in his home, like many other billionaires around the world. This massive home spans 66,000 square feet. The Gates estate is without a doubt one of the most magnificent homes on the planet today. This opulent living space has been charmingly nicknamed Xanadu 2.0 by the IT guru. It is claimed that the idea behind this unique name was a fictional estate of the same identity from the cult movie Citizen Kane. According to insiders, Gates reportedly spent 7 years building this property, which cost a stunning $63 million at the time. The current asking price for this exquisite home is reported to be around $123 million. Over 300 experts were employed to build the house, with 100 of them being electricians alone. The Gates mansion contains multiple smaller buildings that are controlled by gadgets. Electrical appliances such as light intensity and even temperature can be controlled by a central home automation system. This home has 24 bathrooms and a dining hall that can accommodate up to 150 people. In addition, there is a trampoline room for recreational purposes. The room's ceiling is quite high, making it safe for people trying out the trampoline. Gates has gone to great lengths to make his home one of the most sumptuous on the planet, and it really shows. Funded a super banana. If you were one of the richest men on the planet, I suppose $10 million to support a genetically altered banana isn't a huge issue. If you want a super banana, you'll get one. Gates may seem unusual and eccentric for this, but perhaps he simply likes bananas. With so many of his other investments, there's a good reason. Bananas are a plentiful and popular food source in Africa, yet the banana itself is not high in vitamin A. It turns out that a lack of vitamin A can lead to vision difficulties, including blindness. The shortage is also detrimental to the immune system. Thus, Gates saw the opportunity to fortify bananas with additional vitamin A as a great opportunity to save even more lives. Bill Gates has always been imaginative and ingenious with his money. His expensive carriers. Bill Gates' fame has made him a frequent traveler, and to make his life easier, he has purchased a pair of magnificent jets. The most famous of these is a Bombardier BD-700, which cost him almost $40 million. The plane is recognized for its ability to fly for great distances, even up to 4,200 kilometers without incident. This magnificent aircraft is designated as N887WM, where WM stands for William and Mary, which are the names of Gates's parents. When traveling for charitable purposes, the founder of the Microsoft firm makes the best use of this jet. The plane is also useful during the Gates family's trips. Other millionaires travel the world in their own private carriers, which are primarily Cessna planes, but Bill's toy is in an entirely different league. He also owns a luxurious Boeing business jet. In addition to the BD-700, these two classy aircraft show just how affluent their owner truly is. Sponsored a poop-to-water machine. The machine is known as Omniprocessor, and it is really quite cool. When you're a billionaire, you get to hear about interesting things that look a little ridiculous, and you may even take a very costly stroll down that path. But Gates isn't the type to invest on the spur of the moment. Let's find out why. The problem of poor sanitation standards is shocking. According to reports, over 700,000 children die each year as a result of poor sanitation. He then decided he needed to find a way to solve this problem. He found a company with a suitable product, and he invested almost immediately. Gates watched this machine turn feces into clear, clean, and tasty drinking water. As it is poured out the other end, he had a long drink of the water. And he describes it in his own blog. Machines like these may go a long way towards providing clean water and electricity to the entire planet, as well as a proper human waste disposal. What a fantastic idea and investment. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Philanthropy is what distinguishes Bill Gates from many other wealthy individuals across the globe. Bill and his wife founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in 2000, which is unquestionably the greatest charitable organization in the world. For more than 15 years, the charity group has been active in development operations in numerous underdeveloped countries across the world. According to a famous online media source, the organization has invested around $44.3 billion in this respect as of 2022. The charity group has sponsored a wide range of financial efforts to assist impoverished families who do not earn up to $2 each day. Among these programs are the Coalition for Financial Inclusion, the Grameen Foundation, and Pro Mujer. The Grameen Foundation, for example, aims to financially support and alleviate poverty in millions of families. The Alliance for a Green Revolution in Africa, or AGRA, is the brainchild of Bill and Melinda Gates. The initiative aims to boost agricultural productivity across the African continent. According to reports, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation initially provided $100 million to AGRA, while the Rockefeller Foundation later contributed $50 million to this agricultural effort. This shows that this billionaire is more than ready to give back some of his wealth to the world. The Giving Pledge Foundation. Speaking of giving back wealth to the world, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, another well-known billionaire, collaborated to establish the Giving Pledge Foundation, which is a worldwide philanthropic organization. The duo visited several billionaires from Asian countries, such as China and India, to promote this proposal and invited many affluent people from these countries to join this endeavor. The goal of the Giving Pledge Foundation is to convince wealthy people to donate a considerable portion of their fortune to the poor in order to abolish poverty. Bill has also applied his austerity and charity ideas at home. Each of Gates's children is expected to inherit only $10 million of his fortune, and the billionaire has instilled in them the value of giving from an early age. Book collection. Bill Gates is a keen reader, and buying new books is a common extravagance for him. It is reported that he found a bookstore owner with an unusual collection, and the millionaire used this man's services to fill his library. From what we have heard, the works written by famous personalities in science and literature have contributed significantly to the insight of the Microsoft creator. According to one website, Bill travels around with suitcases full of books, which are thought to be his best companions. The man is also a big fan of science, and one of his favorites is Feynman's theory of physics. Art collection. Bill is an avid supporter of fine art as well as a literary enthusiast. The IT guru has spent a significant portion of his profits on paintings created by renowned artists from throughout the world. Bill made headlines when he paid $19 million for the Codex Leicester, a masterpiece by the great painter Leonardo da Vinci. This work of art consists of multiple lines of text written by Da Vinci, and Gates photographed it and shared it with those who couldn't afford such a costly piece of art. He also spent $10 million on an artwork titled Distance Thunder 1961 in 1996. However, his most expensive acquisition to date is an 1898 masterpiece titled Lost on the Grand Banks, for which he paid a whopping $36 million. Room of Flowers and The Nursery, which are other paintings in Bill's magnificent collection, cost roughly $20 million and $10 million. Maybe you should get around to painting your masterpiece so Gates can snatch it right up for about $1 billion. Cars. Every conversation about billionaires is incomplete without mentioning their collection of luxurious cars. Gates, like many other wealthy people, has an impressive automotive collection. A look at his car collection suggests that the former Microsoft chairman is a major lover of Porsche. The famous billionaire owns various vehicles made by this well-known automaker. His Porsche 959 is regarded as one of the most complex luxury automobiles built today. The car is capable of reaching a top speed of 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. It is reported that this car was technically banned from the U.S. roads and was seized by the Customs Department for about a decade, and that Gates could only enjoy its comfort after this period. During the early days of Microsoft, the man spoiled himself with a Porsche 930, a super luxury car with a top speed of 153 miles per hour. He also owns a Porsche 911 Carrera, which is another shining star of the Porsche brand. It's safe to say this man loves his Porsche cars. So what do you think about this billionaire's lifestyle? What would you spend your money on when you become a billionaire? Let us know in the comments below. See you next time.